name is Muzeli Muchomuk's name, and they call me Cloud. Cloud is my football name, and then it's the one that everyone is using. So I would call myself Cloud. I'm staying here in Nomatamsanga, 112 Torres Street, Kyogo Street. I was born in Edo, in a farm called Sunland Farm. I grew up there. I arrived here in the township 1976. That's when I arrived in the township. There was only 6 houses here when I arrived. So I'm a Tunadian. I'm staying here. Yeah.
Amazing.
I met with Prof after the growers and Theo. They came with an idea. They had an initiative of bringing people of the valley together, and the idea of bringing Prof was to bring a neutral person that can be able to facilitate and make it possible for the people of the valley to work together. At first, it was a bit challenging because you remember when you coming from a background that is us and them, it's always difficult for people to trust each other. But because of the introduction of Prof to us, Mr. Pretorius was so good to an extent that he managed to make us believe that whatever that he's bringing, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So that's when I met with Prof, and that's how I know him. That's why today I'm friends with Theos and other guys.
Amazing. And how did you see the situation in the valley in the past, before 2018?
You see, let me first start saying, Sundays River is an economic hub of the entire region. Sundays River, it's one of the towns that are farming with oranges, and the tourism also here. They both rating high in South Africa as a whole. And there's always an issue of who's holding the economy. And before December, there was a confusion and a misunderstanding. Remember, politics, they always play a role to make people misunderstand things. For instance, we didn't know how to get into that value chain, and we were always frustrated. We were always looking for a way to be part of the economy of this area. And there was an attitude that was growing, and the hate between us and the white people. And when I'm meaning us, I'm talking about us colours and Xhosas. It was us versus the white people of this area. When you see a white person, you see a superior. And then it becomes annoying, and the hate develops to realize that there's only a few people that are holding economy, a few people that can be superior than others. That was the attitude that we have, because we didn't understand who are those people, what are their aims, because in order for you to know someone, you need to come close to that person. Prior to 2018 December, we never done that. We were sitting in our corner, they were sitting in their corner. And really, it made us, last year, even if how small something is, because of the hate that we had, to escalate in such an extent that we say now it's our revenge. It was not basically about what was the problem then, because we learned after that not all the farmers are thinking alike. Not all the farmers are doing the same thing. It's just that there are those that are, anyway, you can, even us as black people, we have got different people that are reacting differently to situations. So we've learned that after, because we went there with an understanding that now we're dealing with our enemy. We went all out to say, let's go and fight them, let's go and deal with them once and for all, forgetting that we're dealing with ourselves, because without productivity, the economy goes down, unemployment rises, and people suffer. So all those things we just learned now after the big incident happened last year. And I thank God that Prof. Pretorius came, because the honest truth is today I can be able to stand and say this is right, this is wrong, because we have learned throughout. But before December, I don't want to lie to you, when I see a white person, more especially a farmer, even if I hear but someone went to rob a farmer and some farmers are killed, I wasn't feeling anything, because I had that thing to say to me, yeah, they must feel it how we feel. So to get my point, it was that attitude. And I'm glad now that I'm this person, so that I can be able to teach others, to make them aware of how to become a human in the valley.
It's really lovely. So would you say that one of the biggest things that's changed since then is the attitude of everyone?
Not everyone.
Or
remember, there is a change. There is a change, slight change. The change, a mindset. You see, the mindset of some of us has changed a bit, because now where the approach is different. And we know when we're talking, even if you're white or colored, you're talking to your brother, you're talking to your family, because we are staying in Sanders River, all of us. We need to talk as human. So we're learning that the mindset is changing, and then the attitude is decreasing to a better position than it was, because that's what I'm experiencing now. And it starts with me, because the way now I see a farmer, I see a person that I can be able to approach and say, can you please assist there, because they are there to do that. I didn't know that at the first time, but I know now that I can be able to go and say, can you please assist me on this, because we at this point we are not there in terms of resources and all that as black people of this area, but they are. So the difficulty with us there was not to go and approach them, because we have that attitude. At least by now I can tell you, it's easy for me to go and speak with them, because I can see that they are people also like myself.
Okay, and what do you think about the idea of a multi-perspective development agency for the Valley?
It is a brilliant idea. It is a brilliant idea. Remember, this area, it's a very poor area, and the development near has been stagnant. Remember, our municipality is a small municipality, and even the government that is leading us, I feel pity for our government, because it cannot be able to do everything that is needed at a go. It will take ages for our government to deal with all the needs of the people in our areas. And when this concept came of a development agency, I said, sometimes Jesus answers, because when I look at it and I look at the idea as a whole, remember, here we're not going to be talking about only making sure that our streets are clean, there's a school that is built for our kids, there's that and that and that. There's going to be a lot of expertise that are going to be brought in. Development is not only about building someone something, it's about making sure that you fix up here, you make them have knowledge, you make them be the same understanding as others. Because if without this agents, to be honest with you, people here were going to be the same people forever. Because our government can do so much. It cannot be able to do everything that as I was saying to you. Now, when I listen to it, and they also giving people opportunities to bring about the ideas that they have in terms of development. So it simply means that it's opening up opportunities for people to say this is what we need. So it is a need. It is a need, irrespective of what. And I'm very, very much excited about it, and I appreciate it.
And do you agree with the idea of waiting to engage with the municipality while the non-state groups are getting their acts together?
Well, remember, the agency doesn't replace municipality. That people need to understand. The agency is just a non-governmental state its own, and they dealing with their own agency issues. They are talking about development. Municipality it's a government institution, and we at the end of the day we have to engage with municipality, because whatever that has been done in any area, you'll have to engage municipality, but not now, because now we need to find ourselves. We need to have an identity as the agency. The agency first, remember, there's a lot of collaboration. There's a lot of collaboration, and it has got phases. We have to make it a point that we're still in the first phase. We still have to make sure that our agency is standing, and our agency does have an identity, so that whenever we go to the municipality and introduce ourselves, not going to be asked questions that we cannot be even answer, because the question will be arising: who are you? And then who are going to be if this agency is working here? Then therefore it's going to be affecting other areas. And I'm definitely sure the future is bright for everyone in the region, more especially people that are staying in Sunday Stream. That I can assure you of.
And what do you think about the fact that farmers are putting their weight behind this process? Does it make you see the farmers in a different light?
Yes, I do. You see, the one thing that is lacking a bit. We haven't had engagement with farmers. We as local people, but we do believe that Professor does engage with them. Remember, this is a process. This is a process, and to be honest with you, the few people that I've dealt with, I met with, that are farmers, I can see there's a lot of change in them. Now they see us differently, and we see them differently. But it's going to be difficult for me to say they all putting the weight behind up until we see a reality. Because at this point, I trust what I see, and I believe what is happening around me. And I can tell you that even if there's one farmer that is not in there, they will come in. Because even our black people also that are not in there, they will come in. I can be honest telling you that the future is bright.
That's amazing. And last question is, how did your view of how to solve the problems of the valley change over the last 5 months? How does it make you feel?
Can you repeat your question?
How did your view of how to solve the problems of the valley change over the last 5 months, and how does it make you feel?
You see, as I said to you, when I started attending those trainings, a lot of change came. I saw a lot of things. I saw a lot of with a different eye. As I'm sitting with you here now, I know how to approach, and the honest truth is, the change is there. The change is there, and it's already there, because we are the champions of it. We're gonna make sure that we take it on, irrespective of whether you're white or black. We're gonna bring about the change. We're gonna work together, and that's the promise. And I trust it's gonna happen like that. Thank you.
Amazing. No, thank you. And yeah, Theo, is there anything else you'd like to ask Cloud, just to?
Yes, look, like always, he summarized it perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, but I think it is important to put a little bit of focus on if there's one message you would like to give to a grower. I want you to use the opportunity and give that message to that specific grower.
Yes. What I would say to the growers, to our brothers in the Sundays River Valley, I would say now it's time for us to work together. Now it's time to see Sundays River differently. It's time for us to take one another and put close to each other so that we can make a better Sundays River Valley for all. We need to make sure that the economy of this area revolves around the people of this area. We need to make sure that those that are poor, they come in close to those that are rich. Not by taking other people's business, by giving advices to those that are eager to enter into a business space and then to be in the value chain of the economy of this area. That's the message that I would say.
Perfect.
Thanks, man.